This video is going to cover the Access Chapter 3 guided project. Just a reminder, make sure that you get your start file from your SimNet assignment. And then once you open up that file, you're going to need to hit Enable Content, then File, Save As, Save Database As, and put your file hopefully on your desktop inside your Access Chapter 3 folder. So that way you know where it's at. Once you hit Save, I already did this to mine, you're going to need to hit Enable Content again. In this database, we can see we have two tables, and we are going to start off by creating a query. So I'm going to close out down that navigation pane using the shutter bar, and I'm going to hit Create. We're going to Query Design. We're going to add both tables, and then we are going to close out of the Add Tables pane. I'm going to right-click on my sailboat fleet, hit Size to Fit, just like it asks us to do in E. And then you can either use the drop-down arrow if you want in the design grid, or you can double-click with me from SD Rentals. I'm going to double-click FK Boat ID. Then from Sailboat Fleet, I'm going to do Boat Type. Then from Sailboat Fleet, I'm going to do Full Day Rental Rate. And then from SD Rentals, I'm going to do 4-hour rental question mark. Can't tell you how often some students accidentally do 4-hour rental rate, or they do a couple of different fields. But make sure that you have the correct ones here and make sure they are from the correct tables. You can double check the tables down here in the second row, and make sure that you have the correct fields. We are also going to go ahead then and add the totals row according to J, and then we're going to run our report. When we run it, we get 13 records, which is what it explains will happen in K, and then we're going to edit the query. So we are going to go back to design view, and it wants us to do group by sum where. So we have group by, then we're going to do sum, and then we're going to do where. And in the where criteria, we're going to do no. So we're doing where full 4-hour rental is not available, basically. We're going to go ahead and hit run. And then here we're going to get the same results that you get in 6. And we are going to save it as full day rentals by boat summary. So I'm going to hit Control C over here to copy it. I'm going back over here. I'm going to hit Control S, Control V, and this is full day rentals by boat summary. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. Then we are going to verify the query works correctly. So we can open the SD Rentals table in datasheet view, and it basically just has you sort that table, and then it has you remove the sort. I'm going to skip this step. You can go ahead and go through it if you'd like to practice your sorting, but there's no end result to it. So I'm going to be on number 8. Basically, it wants us to open this query. So we are already in this query, and we are going to save it again. We are adding with parameter at the end of it. So I'm going to hit File, Save As, Save Object As, Save As again. I'm going to take out this copy of in front, and then I'm going to add with parameter on the end. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. We're on number 9. We're going to pop into design view, and then we are going to double click full day rental rate, and then we are going to, in the total row here, we're going to hit the drop down arrow, and we're going to click count. Then we're going to double click rental date, and then that would be the 6th column in our design grid, and then we are going to, in that total row, we are going to choose the where option. And in the criteria of the where option for rental date, we are going to right click and zoom, and we are going to copy and paste this information here. So I'm going to copy it first, Control C, and then in the criteria here, I'm going to left click, right click, hit zoom, Control V, then hit OK. That information pops up. Again, we're creating a parameter value. We did that in the pause and practice with the realtor's first and last name. Now we're doing it with a date. So from here, we can go ahead and hit OK and then save, basically because we already renamed this. So we have full day, if I open this up, we have full day rentals by boat summary, and then we have the one with parameter. So number 10 is about testing that query. So again, I'm going to skip this step. If you want to go through it, you are more than welcome to. Essentially, you're going to open up the query, you're going to put a start date and end date, and then that's it. You just close the query out. Again, no end result happening there. Number 11 wants us to reopen it and then close it out again, just kind of acknowledging a couple of different options within that query. Number 12, we are going to create another query. So I'm going to close out of this one, and we're going to go to create. We're going to click on query design. We're going to add both tables. And again, closing out of that add tables task pane, we can right click in here and we're going to hit size to fit. And essentially we are going to add from the SD rentals table FK boat ID. And then we are using a sort option here and choosing the ascending sort order according to F. And then we are on G and we are looking to click the second cell in the field row. Click the drop down arrow and select sailboat fleet boat type. So we can either double click that up here or you can choose it from the drop down menu. And we're going to hit run. So what this is doing is it's duplicating. It's giving us every single boat that's available, but we have several 1003 boat IDs available and they're all the same boat type. So what we want to do here is we want to omit it to unique values, and it'll get rid of the duplicates. I'm going to show you how to do that. We're going to go into design view. We're going to click the next field over, and then we're going to hit FN F4 to open up that property sheet. And here's where you can go into unique values, and we're going to change this from no to yes. So once the property sheet's open, again, you do have to be in that next column, and you're going to hit yes. So we're going to close this out. And you can run the report now. It'll give you an idea of exactly what it looks like in 14. And then from here, we're going to hit Control S, and this is going to be boat types rented. After you hit OK, you can save that, and we'll close it out. I'll go ahead and upload mine, make sure that I didn't miss anything. Okay, so there is one direction I overlooked real quick. I am going to field FK boat ID and query boat types rented is showing. It should have been hidden or deleted. So I just should have removed that. So I'm just going to go right back into my database, and I'm going into boat types rented. And in design view here, FK boat ID. Let me double check and see what it needs here. And you can see the finished products always over here. So I'm looking at boat types rented. It looks like FK boat ID, we removed that. So I'm just going to click right above it and hit delete, Control S, close this out, back arrow, upload my file, and then have it upload one more time. And that should be the end of it. So sorry about that error, just one small thing that you'll need to change.